Good afternoon. This is Victoria Kimmel for Taylor Automotive Family, the ambassador for this wonderful dealership. And I am really pleasantly happy to have Wenda Quanrud with me. Wenda is a walk manager with the Alzheimer's Association. Obviously, Alzheimer's is a form of dementia, the most common form. And I think that all of us know people who have been affected by it. For me, my mother and father, and some very, very close friends. And, I think that it's very common with Alzheimer's and dementia to feel helpless and a whole lot of emotions. And what I love about what Wenda does is she gives us opportunities to become educated and get involved. And so, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it.
Tell us more about what you do as a walk manager for Alzheimer's Association.
As a walk manager, I put together 3 walks here in Northwest Ohio. I do Findlay and Lima, Defiance. And putting a walk together is really a lot of things. It takes us a whole year just to get to that walk day.
Planning.
And it's a lot of planning. We do have a lot of sponsors that, Taylor being one of them, that helps to support us through this. But we also recruit a lot of walk teams. And a lot of those people are people that have been affected by Alzheimer's that do come. So it's a great support time as well, and that community feeling of sharing stories and just the emotions run really high those days.
Oh, I can imagine. I feel like with this disease, of course, that has no cure, and that's why this work's so important. The stories, people need to tell them, and it's important to have that community and that support.
Yeah. And they do. It's a very isolating disease for the caregivers, especially. It's a family disease because the person who has Alzheimer's, unfortunately or fortunately, really doesn't know the difference or things are changing, but the caregiver does. And as they cannot leave their loved one alone, they become very isolated in the home, taking care of them. So I think it's a disease a lot of people aren't aware of because they're just not out in the public and people aren't talking about it. I had a friend of mine tell me that part of it of not talking about it with her mother was she didn't want to tell embarrassing stories about her mother. She felt it would embarrass her mother, and she didn't want to tell people things that were going on and the erratic behavior. So yeah, very, very challenging.
Yeah, and that's not, those behaviors aren't personal, right? It's just the grip that the disease has on the individual.
Right, and that's why we also offer support groups, because it is hard not to take it personal, but also just not to feel that isolation. So we do offer a lot of support groups here in Northwest Ohio that people can go to, just kind of get some ideas maybe to how to redirect their loved one if they're doing a certain behavior, or just support, just someone to talk to.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, for the Alzheimer's Association and the walks specifically, how do the walks raise dollars, and what do those dollars go towards?
We raise dollars through our sponsorships, as I said, but then we also have people sign up for teams, register for teams, which you can do on our website, which is alz.org/walk. And you can find your local walk there. We ask those teams to fundraise, and it can be something as simple as bring a box of donuts into work, and $5 donation for a donut that goes to Alzheimer's. I think a lot of people get kind of scared about fundraising. When you use that word, they get very intimidated. But yeah, there's so many simple ways to do it. It does not have to be a challenging thing. For me, I actually had a coffee morning at my house with my friends. And so instead of them going up to a coffee shop and spending $5 on a coffee, I'm like, come to my house, pay me $5 and I'll make you whatever. I had a bunch of different flavored coffees and things like that.
That's a great idea.
So yeah,
I'll be there.
It was just a great way, you get your friends together. It was very low maintenance, and but raise some good money. So.
Yeah, that's a great idea. What do these funds help support for those affected by Alzheimer's?
Okay. A lot of our money does stay local, and we use that to do our care support groups, also education programs. We will go to first responders and talk about Alzheimer's, because a lot of times first responders are called and they don't understand what they're dealing with. So we're always trying to help them understand how to de-escalate a situation or redirect a situation. Also, we just do it for the general public. People are curious and want to know how to help either their friends or their loved ones. And then we also offer one-on-one support. So you can actually call up to our office and someone will sit down with you on a one-on-one basis or your family, kind of talk about what you're going through, some resources that are available to you. So, and then the other part of what we do also is research. A lot of our money goes to research as well. So we have that balance between local and international. And right now, the Alzheimer's is the largest nonprofit funder of Alzheimer's research in the world.
Wonderful.
So right now we're funding about 1,000 research projects in 40 some countries.
So we need to find that cure.
So yes, very exciting though. We actually have a third drug that just came on the market as a treatment. Most drugs have been as a treatment of the symptoms. So trying to treat the aggressions or the insomnia and those types of things, but these are actually treating the disease, so slowing down or stopping the progress.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It's very exciting. We've got about 24 more drugs in phase 3, which is the step before they go to FDA approval.
Wonderful.
So
that's really
so
encouraging. Those dollars are making a difference.
Yep, so many things going on.
And I love you mentioned the education for the first responders.
Yes.
How important, because when you come across someone who is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia, like my father was having hallucinations, right? It wasn't that he was crazy, it was the disease that was affecting his brain. So it's such important education.
It is, and we have actually just started with, I think it was passed last year, where first responders are now mandated in Ohio to have training in Alzheimer's and dementia, so they know how to respond at a call. So it was one of the things that our advocacy group pushed for a lot, was to be able to have that training for the first responders.
I love that. All right, so tell me about the walk. How physically fit do I need to be for the walk?
So our walks are, they're very symbolic, number one, and we do hand out the flowers. We do have short routes, long routes. People can walk as far as they want. They can take the short routes. They can just stand outside at the arch and cheer people on as they go through. A lot of ways to be involved.
Okay, good. Whew.
Yeah.
I feel much better.
Other things about the walk too is we are pet friendly, so we do encourage you to bring your dogs. We even have a little barking lot that we give out treats, and we have bandanas for the dogs, we have water. We have a lot of fun activities that go on. We have a Get Your Purple on tent, so you can spray paint your hair purple, get purple beads, get a tattoo. So all sorts of fun things for the family.
I love that. I'm totally bringing my dog, Oliver.
So, oh yes, looking forward to meeting Oliver. So.
The walks are, when and where are your upcoming Northwestern Ohio walks?
In Northwest Ohio, we have the first walk is going to be in Defiance, and it is going to be at Kingsbury Park. We'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning on September 9th, which is all my walks are on Saturdays. The Findlay Walk will be on September 23rd at 50 North here in Findlay. And then the Lima Walk will be at the Metro Park, Lima, on Ada Road. And it is at 9 o'clock as well, and that is on the 23rd of September.
All right.
Also, I don't want to miss this either, is that our largest walk in Northwest Ohio is the Toledo Walk. And that is up at Promenade Park, and it's beautiful. If anybody's been to Promenade Park, we've got the stair steps there. We've got 1,000+ flowers up on that stair step. It's very impactful. So that walk is going to be on October 14th.
Wonderful. Yeah, a lot of ways to get involved, a lot of opportunities. Taylor Automotive Group is really excited to be involved in the Lima and Findlay walks. And we're going to bring some breakfast and some water for the walkers. So I really look forward to seeing everyone out there. One more time, the ways to get involved are go to your website.
Go to our website, which is alz.org/walk. Also, you can just come to the walk. If you just all of a sudden realize that morning you're free, you're more than welcome just to come to the walk that day, and you can register there. We want everybody to feel like they can participate. But yeah, and I encourage everybody to come out. It's a very moving time, but it's also a lot of fun. So we do also have a lot of fun, and we have live music at all of them. So it's a good time.
Sounds like fun. I'm excited. And the Taylor organization will also be sponsoring walks. So if you want to join a walk, you're welcome to join us for both the Findlay and the Lima walks. And we'll probably do some fundraising fun things. I love the coffee idea. I might be stealing that, just so you know. So we hope to see everyone out there. And Wenda, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me and then letting me talk about this cause.
Yep, very important, so appreciate it.